Well, as soon as you see that pirate ship in the north end zone, you know exactly where we are. It's the home of the Buccaneers, Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Ball is teed up. Chase McLaughlin to do the honors. And we're off and running from Raymond James. Ty Chandler to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll send the tackles wide and work out of the monster here on 2nd down. Hubbard again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Sending a receiver left. Young to throw here on 3rd. That's caught for the 1st. And he moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. Big play. Pushes them beyond midfield. That goes for 36 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Young. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of the passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers finish up an excellent opening series. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now is York to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Baker now from the gun. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it.
You know, that's exactly how a defense should adapt as the play progresses. They blanketed everybody in coverage, but still kept all eyes on the quarterback to keep him from breaking containment. He got out for no gain, but that feels like a sack for those defenders.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Mayfield will look to throw. That's complete, Mike Evans. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, here's Baker. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Let's go.
Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kaiir Elam makes the play. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
To the air on first down, Young. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. This is caught inside the 15. To the house, touchdown Carolina. The Panthers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Give for the first time to Rachaad White. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Let's go.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Down at the 39-yard line.
Second and 1. That's to his back. Here's Rachaad White. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Run.
Mitchell takes it straight ahead. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Going to the ground again on first. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First and 10, it's a give to White. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense in the hurry up here.
A loss of a yard. Brings up second
From the gun, Mayfield.
at the 38-yard line.
Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Our score, 14-0. More from Raymond James Stadium coming up after the break. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They've been moving it well, but face a third down here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Good. Alert! Done.
Mayfield to throw for it. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Panthers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I know he started to play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Will make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Here's Young on first and 10. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They put a receiver in motion here left. On second and 10, Young. Stay. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Did this defense ever need that or what? Just a step in some kind of right direction. Hopefully now they can build on that sack and claw their way back from this pretty slow start.
Here he is on third and long. Big gain downfield. And And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Young on 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Slot man in motion right. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Young working from the gun. Diving right side, got it! It's a 21-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a 20-zip lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And the Panthers stretch their lead to 21.
Cade York to kick off.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Drive starts with a carry by White. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Dad.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. That's brought in by White. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. The 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Hauled in by Godwin. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. Keely Ringo making the play. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 42-yard line.
Mayfield now from the gun. Got a man. Palmer has it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. The Buccaneers at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Pistol. Regular. What's up?
Now here's Mayfield. He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home.
Hurry.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Hey, alert 33. What's up?
Here we go. It's Mayfield. And they got home. Sacked him on 4th down. We've got a turnover on downs, and the defense takes over in plus territory.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
18 rep. Let's go. Mustang 19. 60 Bobcat. Come 19. Check go.
Out of the gun, Young. That one way too far up there. They can't connect. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down.
Ready.
Tight end in motion left. A 2nd down throw for Young. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Young. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? If it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Katie York now on for the field goal. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession. Now is York to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
What's up?
Baker now. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Oh no, they get him yet again. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Panthers get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie. Right, just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his 3rd interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Buffalo 18. 10. 19 Lions. Warriors 70.
Now Young. He's going to push one deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. A pickup there of 33 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Ready.
Now it's Young. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So it'll be 2nd down. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
2nd and 10 now. Sir, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This defense needed that, Kate. Just something good to happen. Creating a negative play. You never know when this thing could turn in the NFL. And that sack is exactly what the doctor ordered.
On 3rd down, it's Young. It's caught. That's Thielen. And they get this down to the 28. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Finds his man Gray. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Groupie sends it through. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Man. Up, up.
Looking to throw. He's trying another one deep. And they pick him off again. Kyer Elam makes the play. And the Panthers are stopped on that return. So that interception is going to be the final play of this opening half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Now is York to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Good.
They'll go left side here with White. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Kaiir Elam getting there for the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's out of bounds just past, looks like the 40-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Baker now off the play fake. It's into the hands of White. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, 2 minutes, 2 minutes.
Working quickly here.
He was brought down by Zach Orr.
Pistol.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
Baker
5.
now from the gun.
Panthers 48.
This ball's cut by Palmer. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 3rd and
Real.
5.
Kings. What's that?
3rd and short, Mayfield. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Real. Yep.
Mayfield to throw for it. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Street. Check out.
First and 10, it's Hubbard. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They run again with Hubbard. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Stuck to the ground, but nothing gained that time, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
They motion a receiver left. Throw on 3rd down. He fires one deep down the middle. And oh, he got it! Interception! That's Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
Good starting field position for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10.
Good. What's on?
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Let's go.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
That's good for a first down.
What's on?
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Runs inside the 35. And he's all the way down to the 32-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down.
Good. What's on?
Mitchell gets it from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry-up here.
A loss of 2.
Hurry, hurry.
2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
What's on?
Again, this is Mitchell. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
What's on?
3rd and long, Mayfield. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Good. What's on?
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. That's going to be caught by Evans. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. Mike Evans with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
So the Buccaneers keeping their offense on the field. 2-point attempt coming up.
The Bucs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
What's on?
He's throwing for it. And he's got a man complete. And he can't take the completion across. Defense on him fast and bringing him down to deny the 2-point conversion. McLaughlin has it on the tee, and he's ready to send this flying. Chandler now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Gray motioning left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Yaya Diaby brings him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 32. He lets one fly deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Young on the play action. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 27 on the play, and that'll be good for a Carolina first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
To the air on first down, Young. Looking for... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. 3 quarters in the books from this one. The Panthers have possession to start the fourth. This one looking pretty well decided already. Still on the move, coming to the line for first and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here. Receiver in motion, going left. On second down, it's Hubbard. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Left side, gets it out quick, and it's caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. You're good on the point after. And the Panthers grow their lead yet again. On now is York to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Mayfield now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you...
Up to the races, middle of the field. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, here's Baker. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 2nd down. brought down after a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Here he goes. Got to have this on fourth down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's Young on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On 2nd and 10, Young. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Rush coming for Young. He's going to lob one deep down the left sideline. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Panthers getting everyone set for the punt. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. They're set up at the 35 now.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. He beams one deep right side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Panthers get it back on his 6th interception of the season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10. Play action now, Young. This is reeled in by Leggett. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Cougar 19.
Man in motion here. Handoff running right. Hubbard. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, Young. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it in the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
3rd and long for him here. He puts some air under this one, deep right. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa. Panthers ready to pick up their 8th win of the season. Carolina in punt formation. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. Absolutely crushed his 1st punt, and here's another huge one. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
What's that?
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And they pick him off again. And the Panthers will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He was a play caller. He was an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
Let's go.
Motioning him from the slot right. And he's brought down for a loss.
I'll tell you what, anytime we get to see this safety display his range, it's a thing of beauty, not just in the passing game, but look at him navigating all that traffic downhill and applying the hip to stick it behind the line.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Gray, the motion man right. Oh, look at this, he's setting up to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
On 3rd down, it's Young. That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. This 42 yards from the right hash. Groupie sends it through. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Get another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Now he's York to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Good. What?
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. A bit of desperation on this team. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Panthers get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, first and 10.
Tag. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 70 range. 70 range.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Taking a deep shot here. This is caught inside the 15. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. The Panthers throwing 6 more on the blowout. Xavier Legette with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And this winning streak